Good afternoon. This video is about market ping, which is like marketing, but its objective is you send it out, you get a response. Most marketing items are all about branding. I want to be remembered. Remember me. Do it again. Hit him again. Hit him again. Remember me. Hit him again. Well, we want to be replied to. Remembered, yes, but replied to. Much more effective and of getting people to interact with you. Isn't that why we're doing the mailings to begin with? So, if we look at your sphere of influence and you start saying, how do I get them to interact with me? Do I send them more pens, more memo pads, another calendar, another sports schedule, those kinds of things? We want them to interact with something that intrigues them. They might call you or email you, thanks to the calendar. We want to intrigue them to talk to you about their property, talk about the marketplace, talk about referring you people. So as you look at your database, you should consider narrowing it down, this group, to 20 people. You may have thousands in there or 300. I want you to narrow it down to your really top players. People that like you, trust you, care about you, no matter if you sold real estate, you were a lender, you sold any kind of product, they would still talk with you and support you, help you. If you only have 20, come up with 10 or so. This is going to be a special group of people. How we're going to network with these connectors. These connectors will send you other business. We're hoping per connector it's in the $25,000 to $50,000 range. We're talking about people really in the know who keep sending business. So if you think about your current sphere of influence, are you getting that kind of business even from one person? But what if you could pull it from multiple people? We don't really need a huge database chasing people that we don't know that should be deleted and discarded, not dripped on, but deleted and discarded. Because we want to focus none of our time, none of it, on low probabilities. Now somebody may argue, well, they may buy in a year or two and I've got to be there. I've heard that 1,000 times. You know what? We're investing time still into those programs. In addition, we have hope that some of those programs will pay off. One day, maybe they'll buy from me. So, we're going to talk about in our first market ping program to somebody that I call a connector. They're in your sphere of influence. They don't have to be a past client, but they could be. So, I want you to send them the following things. We're going to provide you with a cover letter that will help you get pinged back. You send them something, they ping you back. It's got a lot to do with the content of what they're about to receive, and it's not a calendar. So we're going to send them a cover letter that talks about their property. We're specifically going to send them their public tax record or their realist tax record, if you have realist in your MLS, something that says what they paid for the property and when. If they can't, we don't see it, either look it up in the MLS, what they paid and when, or you can't do this particular program for somebody you can't see what they paid for the property. However, for those that you can, we're going to send a cover letter. In addition, their tax record where you can indicate where you're getting this information was public information. Here it is. And you're also going to send them a appreciation table from the software that we supply for you called the Forecaster. The Forecaster is a way to run a quick appreciation or depreciation table. We'll have more videos unpacking what each of these things are that you're sending to them. But I want you to think through about what the package looks like. It's also in a large envelope. Nothing gets folded. This is first class that we're going to do this, because we're not doing this for a whole database. Just 10 or 20 key people. They get treated differently than the other people in the database. So the last piece we're going to, by the way, the appreciation table that they're going to receive on their property, that is laminated. It's got your identification information at the top of the document, and it's laminated because this is a keeper. You take a document like this, they're going to stick it in the kitchen drawer. It's going to last a long time with your contact information on it. But why would they keep it? Because it's all about them. It's about their property, when they acquired it, what they paid for it, and it'll show negative depreciation possibilities or positive appreciation possibilities. We're not saying we know their value, but we're going to intrigue them to follow up with you. We had an agent who did this recently, and he did about 300 mailers, and he had over 40 responses back from people that pinged him back, hey, this is interesting. What is this here? I want more information about it. And again, what's the purpose of mailing to people? Get them to interact with you. So the last piece that's in this mailer and all through the campaign of Market Ping to your connectors is a reply card. Always a reply card. You can see a copy of this in the program where the one side has your address and a stamp on it. The reverse side has 3 questions, and it might say, Joe, thanks for the information about our property. Very intriguing. That's it. Have a great year. The second box that they can check is, Joe, we would like that market snapshot, 5 or 10 minute phone call. Please follow up with us. Give me some insight. Basically, we don't want to ask them what they think. We're just going to give them the questions and say, get back with me, and I'll reply back to you guys. So the second question again is, yes, Joe, we would like the market snapshot. Give us a call. We want to know more information about this. The third question is, yes, we'd like to actually have a sit down. We'd like to find out more about how our property sits on the market, because the cover letter talks about the economy got hit like a hurricane, devastated areas, and it devastated people's dreams, all their equity. Of course, we saw people lose 10 years of equity in just a matter of a year or two because the market depreciated so fast. So they're going to receive this first mailer from you, and we're pretty confident that you're going to get pinged back from your connectors. And again, you could do this for your whole sphere of influence, but it takes a little bit of time to pull it together. Start with a smaller group of people and send something to them that's really meaningful. Get them to interact with you. And then we're going to talk later about what's the follow-up system to people who ping you. Okay, thanks for watching. That's our first piece.